Hey man, how you doing, DoorDash?
Good.
Here you go.
Thank you.
You are beautiful. Are you taking?
What?
I'm saying you are beautiful. Are you taking?
You know what? See, this is one of the reasons why I think food delivery services, man, they need to start vetting people a little bit more further. And the crazy thing is, guys, I talked about this a while ago, about that same thing I just said. They have to start doing background checks on these people, man. I know it's probably going to be a little bit more invasive. It's probably going to be inconvenient for a lot of people, especially if you want to sign up for these services, but something got to change, man, because pretty much if you have a smartphone and you have a car that's registered to you, you can do this type of work. Like, that's pretty much the only requirements that they ask for. Of course, you need, insurance and stuff like that too, but there's not a lot of things that you need in order to qualify to do these type of, jobs. Okay, we're talking about, Uber Eats, DoorDash, Grubhub, etc. But the problem is, when you're not properly vetting people, that means any and everybody, regardless of what they into, can join these type of platforms. Okay, so that's an issue. Case in point with this situation here. Now, this big grown ass man hitting on a 12-year-old boy. It would have been just as sickening if it was a 12-year-old girl. Or let's flip it around. If this was a grown ass woman hitting on a 12-year-old boy or a 12-year-old girl. You see what I'm saying, guys? Any combination, it would have been bad either way you look at it. But this goes to show you that, like I said, any and everybody is able to join these platforms. So luckily, this lady had this thing on the Ring camera. She was able to obviously capture this footage, probably show it to DoorDash, local authorities, and get this guy arrested, man, because we can't have sex offenders working DoorDash. Now, I was reading an insert on the video, and it says that the instructions for him was to actually leave the food at the door, which he did not do. So that leads me to believe, like, he probably had some bad intentions off the jump. But again, he's a registered sex offender. So I don't know if his whole MO was to hope and pray that a child like this comes to the door, and then he could be able to, try some crap. Who knows? But I'm gonna say this also. In my opinion, I think people need to stop sending their children to these doors. Stop opening these front doors with your kids, okay? Don't send your child to the front door. You, as the parent, get off your butt, stop doing whatever you're doing, you go to the door and you leave the child inside of the house. It's too many situations like this where you have underage kids opening the doors. Now, when I was growing up back in the day, guys, in the 80s and 90s, we was told, my sister and I, don't ever go to that front door. Don't open the door. Don't answer the door for anybody. And the guys and girls on here that's old enough to remember that, y'all know what I'm talking about. We wasn't even allowed to come to the door. Nowadays, people just send their kids to the door, no problem. You don't know who's standing outside the front of your house. That's crazy. And the thing is, guys, I used to do DoorDash, up until recent. And I can't tell you how many times as a dasher myself, I walked up to people's houses, apartments, townhomes, whatever, and some little girl or some little boy come to the door. And the first thing I used to do was I would look at them like, what the hell? And then I would look up and go around like looking through the house like, where's your parent? You see what I'm saying? Like, why are you coming to the door? And then if something happens to the child, then the parent is all upset. It's nothing to get upset about. You should be the one answering your door. These are children. They should not be answering your door. And that's just my opinion. So y'all let me know down below in the comment section how y'all feel about this one, man. But yes, he apparently says no arrest has been made, so they haven't actually found this guy yet. But they got a clear picture of him. And to be honest with you, you know, DoorDash, you know, they already know who he is as well. So it's just a matter of time, you know, before he's actually caught. I think this story was actually a little while ago. I don't think it's like super recent. But if you guys have the final information on it, you can let me know down below. What I may also do is look it up myself to see what the final outcome is. Because I would like to know, just, you know, for reporting purposes, you see what I'm saying, guys? So once I find it out, I may make a separate video, or I may just put it down below in the comment section of this video. All right. So, but yeah, man, that's my 2 cents on it. And like I said, man, people just gotta be extremely careful, especially nowadays in 2026 when you're dealing with children. You know, because you have a lot of kidnappings, different things going on, and luckily, like I said, for this young man, nothing happened to him, but it could have. And that's the things that we gotta keep in mind. All right. So drop a like on the video, share the video, comment, and make sure that you guys hit that subscribe button. So I appreciate y'all listening. I'll catch y'all in the very next one. All right. Peace.